Want to chime in on what's happening with your favorite KFAN program? Make your voice heard on the Bradshaw and Bryan text line. Let us know what you have to say by texting your message to 64686. That's 64686. Standard message and data rates apply.
Hey, it's program password. It's 2000 NFC Championship game. Vikings 41. No, Giants 41. Vikings meat sauce.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, it's early. I mean, are you a basketball fan at all?
A little bit.
Wolves were down 24 to the Thunder with like 7 minutes to go about a week ago, and they rallied. So let's hope we can pull a little Minnesota Timberwolves here. What is the score going to be? Is it like 50-7?
In that range, it's 44-9.
Okay.
Lil B and Meat Sauce have the lead. As always, you can watch the second half of program password at KFAN.com/watch. Did you get your ether at the halftime?
No, I'm counting on. I have this theory that Tennessee always has a gimme, a slam dunk. The first one coming out of the breaks of the team that's behind can get back into it. I'm counting on that. Please.
Maybe a couple of them you need.
Please go out for more than that, but at least give me one gimme.
All right, let's begin the second half. Like I said, Lil B, Meat Sauce lead Common and Tommy Olson 44-9. Common and Meat Sauce. Take a look at the iPad. The password is flee. All right, Common, like I said, you are down 35 points. You're getting lotioned up over there. You have the option. Would you like to go first or second?
I love when he struggles with it. It's my favorite.
I'm going to go second. And I know he's going to see, look at, and then look on his face. He knows he's got it. Well, he knows he's got it.
Yep.
Why did I pass?
Meat Sauce and Lil B for 10.
Mites.
Term. No.
Common and Tommy for 9.
Dog.
Tick.
Sauce and Lil B for 8.
Base.
Fleas? What's the base?
Base.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Flea base.
When you said base, I thought he just gave it back to us because I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
Did you get it off that?
No, I just was like, well, we're talking about dogs, so fleas has to be the
What's
only
the
thing
base
left.
explanation?
Flea from
Chili Peppers
Yes.
plays
Oh.
base.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, man.
For those watching at home.
Mites, dog. Come on,
When
Tommy.
you said mice, I was thinking the little kids hockey, and I couldn't think of the other thing.
Yeah.
Mini mites or something.
Yeah.
It's all right, we got it.
Yeah.
We're good.
By the way, the numbers at KFAN.com/watch.
Yeah.
Through the roof.
Is that right?
Yeah. You
don't
guys,
say.
you guys are a big draw. See, it's Sauce and
it's
Tommy.
It's Tommy.
No, it's not.
Thanks.
It's definitely not the competitiveness of this game. I can tell you that.
It's hard. It's not.
What are you doing?
How do you
How
need
much
more?
lotion do you need?
Do you still have African sleeping
I've
sickness?
got that. My hands have some kind of a mange where
What?
Hot.
they
What?
they crack and they peel and they start to bleed and then
You got to get some Aquaphor.
then pus comes out
Okay,
of it. And
stop
it's just
talking.
bad.
Tenna, come on.
You know how hard it is.
I want out of here.
Do you know how hard it is to eat a sandwich with your hands when
Oh
they're
my God.
It's really difficult.
I want to go. Can we finish the game?
Don't worry, this game will be over shortly.
Yeah, it's almost.
I will tell you what. Though, I will tell you what. The steroid cream is working. I refused to do it forever. The doctor kept saying you got to use a steroid cream, but then when you read about steroid cream, it said if you overuse it, it'll just destroy your skin. So I said, well, my skin's already destroyed, but now it's working.
Well, it'll add 10 yards to your drive. That's steroid
It's not
cream.
that kind of steroid.
okay.
No.
Play this week.
No, but I'm going to play next week, either Monday or Tuesday.
Thanks for the invite. 52-9, Lil B and Meat Sauce with the lead. Lil B, Tommy Olson, take a look at the iPad. The password is military. All right, T.O. Down 43 points. It's time to make a run. It's time to turn this thing around right now. You've got the option. What do you want to do?
First.
All right, Tommy and Common for 10.
Army.
Troop.
Lil B and meat sauce for 9.
Organization.
Squad.
Tommy and Common for 8.
Base.
Military.
Oh, good one. Yeah, good one. That was good.
Surprised you didn't say flea after base.
Genius.
They've stopped the bleeding. It's 52-17. Lil B and Sauce with the lead. Common and meat sauce. Take a look at the iPad. The password is department. All right, Common, you can get 2 consecutive answers here. You can go back to back. You're down 35. You have the option. You want to go first or second?
Second.
All right, Sauce and Lil B for 10.
Target.
Department.
Wow.
Yes. I knew you would get about that. Because I always say I'm going to Target. Bart says,
What department?
yes, I knew you would get
That's
that.
unbelievable.
What?
Target lady on SNL.
That's the best clue I've ever seen.
Yeah. That's pretty
No,
good.
it is. Target
the best
department makes
answer.
no sense. 0 sense. 0.
Unless you got a vibe.
Wow, that was so good.
Well, that's
Sauce
why I
might be better
passed. I didn't
than
think there was
Marnie.
any way that anybody would get to. I was trying to think of any word for department, and I couldn't think of anything.
When you passed it, I wanted to say Target, but that's not a word.
Right.
So I had to say Target, like the
He said
Minnesota Night.
Target. I'm challenging that because that's not a word. He said Target.
He said Target. I knew what he was
I said
doing.
Is this like your guys' bit? You guys do good
Well,
at this
it's
back
from
and forth?
It's from SNL. Target lady. Everybody knows that.
Which department?
What department?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
work at
Kristen
Target.
Wiig, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy you guys
was
got that.
Really,
Yeah.
really good.
If Rosen was here, I would have accused him of cheating.
That was, come on.
Are we won yet? All right.
It's 62-17.
What are we playing, 80?
We're playing to 80, yes. They
Play to
are.
100. I'm having a lot of fun.
Lil B and Sauce are 18 points away
It's
from
mine
victory.
and Louis' nap time.
Lil B and Tommy, take a look at the iPad, please. The password is metal. All right, Tommy, once again, we need to go on a run here. It's 45-point lead for Lil B and meat sauce. The option's yours. What do you want to do here, first or second?
Solo.
5 seconds.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. That's why you guys were waiting so long. Tom, you're.
How do you forget us every time?
I'm forgetting to hit the button.
We're in here.
Tom, you're down 45. You got the option. What do you want to do?
45? I'll go second.
All right, Lil B and meat sauce for 10.
What secret code do you guys have on this one?
Right.
Heavy.
Metal.
I knew that was it.
Good clue. I almost said husky. Good clue. Because I've been called husky.
Oh, my God.
Today?
Yeah, no, not
Have you ever been called portly?
Yeah, oh yeah.
B,
What?
you're like goated at this game.
Yeah, thank you.
What was the
something right?
meat sauce? What was the worst fat shaming you ever received as a child? Because my older brother used to call him Chubba Doughboy.
Wow.
The worst fat shame I ever had in my life is somebody. This isn't words because you can say what you want. It's I don't know why I'm telling the story. Somebody when I was really heavy took my pants out of my locker in gym and ran around the hallway in them, and they were they were a tent suit, and it was the worst I've ever felt in my life.
I don't like
rock
that
bottom.
story.
But I got rock bottom.
Let's do that tonight.
Yeah.
Give me a pair of your
Common
pants and
wear
I'll
pants.
run
No,
around.
they're not. No, they're half what they were. I mean, they were like a 48. Whoa.
Are you being, you're not serious.
Oh, no.
That's hideous.
Hideous. I think the largest I ever was like 315, and I think they were, like a 48. What's
Tommy,
the largest
I was
waist
saying
you
to
were?
Tommy, you were an offensive lineman in Division One.
It's a slow Tuesday, brother.
Listen to the whole thing.
Old Tommy's beer.
Yeah. Hideous.
So bad.
Yeah.
All right, so here's where we're at. Lil B and meat sauce, you're at 72 points. So if you get 8 or more on any answer, you are victorious.
Oh.
Common and Tommy, you guys are 63 points away from victory. You have 17 right now. Common and meat sauce, take a look at the iPad. The password is wall. All right, Common, it's getting harder and harder to do the math. I believe you're down 55. The option's yours. You want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
All right, Common and Tommy for 10.
Berlin.
Wall?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to do.
Good.
Yeah.
Well done.
Good.
I thought you were going to say Target, and all of a sudden she'd come up with wall.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Let's stretch this out as long as can. I have so much fun
This
playing
would
this
be
game.
such a good comeback.
Tommy, have you ever had a bad day?
Sure.
I've never seen it.
Yeah,
Sure.
when he stole my clothes and ran down the hallway. Genius.
All right, Lil B and Meat Sauce lead 72-27
Material like
over
that
Common and
tonight.
T.O.
And it's at 8 o'clock. Doors open at 7. Your ticket gets you your first beer for free. Go to ForgottenStarBrewing.com.
I should credit someone on KFAN.com/watch for the T.O.'s never had a bad day.
One show only.
Thank you.
All right, Lil B and Tommy. Lil B and Tommy, take a look at the iPad.
Okay.
The password is spider. All right, Tommy, let's make a little run at this. Get a little momentum going. You're down 45. You have the option. What do you want to do, first or second?
45.
First.
All right, Tommy and Common for 10.
Web.
Spider.
Wow.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Let's go.
That's 2 in a
Time for
row
this.
for Common and Tommy. It's now 72-37.
I thought I was going to be wrong. It had something to do with the internet. I just missed it completely because I'm technologically inept. I feel kind of lucky there, to be honest.
72-37, Common and Meat Sauce. Take a look at the iPad. The password is screen. All right, Common, now you're down 35 points. You can make it a 25-point game here. You have the option. You want to go first or second?
He's trying to read Sauce.
Yeah, and I can tell he's got a really good clue, too. And I'm just, I'm going to,
5 seconds.
I'm going to go second.
All right, Meat Sauce and Lil B
Sorry.
for 10.
I lost the game.
And the win.
No, we're good. We're good.
Screen.
You just said the answer.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my God. Oh my God.
Do we get 10?
Yeah, we
That's
get 10.
my
we get
fault.
10?
10 points for Common and Tommy.
Do we actually? We do?
Yes.
We got a barn burner now. We got the momentum.
That's my
I've done
I
it
love
before.
this.
I've done it before. Everybody that played
This
this
is
game will do it
great.
once in their life.
I was looking.
Come on, Common. This is our time. This is our time.
Well, what were you going to say?
Silver.
Well, that's what there's silver, there's window screen,
television. Yeah,
screen, but
that's
who's
my
going to
fault.
say
Sorry.
screen for sure? That's why
Yeah.
I passed thinking
Yeah.
I've been
if
thinking
you
it
went
every
with
time,
that,
too,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's my fault.
if you would have done that and then she didn't get it right, it would probably be a 2-word clue. Wow, but it was a 1-word clue. Thanks, Sauce.
Yeah, that was really bad.
It's a 30-0 run for Common and Tommy. All of a sudden, they got a shot. It's 72-47. Lil B and Tommy, take a look at the iPad.
That was
The
bad.
password is ace.
I'm working on Tommy's laugh. Does that kind of sound like it a little bit? Yeah,
That sounded more like the Joker. But
that's true.
Tommy, you could make this really interesting here with a correct answer. You're down 25. You have the option. You want to go first or second? Five seconds.
Second.
All right, Lil B and Meat Sauce for 10.
I know.
And the win.
Ventura.
Ace?
They win.
Yes, thank you.
My God.
I
If you would've lost-
held on the 1 yard line. Thank you. Yeah, that was bad.
Your
Let's
child
go.
is here.
You doubted us.
Well done.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I passed on when I should have went first round anyway. I think we've got some chemistry.
100%.
It's explosive. It's like you do in a laboratory. Would the laboratory be raised? But
I wanted that one.
let's try it again next time. I'd like to. Next time you bring
Whenever you want
Tommy
me.
in, I'd like to be paired with Tommy again. I'd like to give
We
him a
love
second
having
shot.
Tommy in.
Yeah, we do.
And meat sauce.
This is great.
Thank you.
If you bring Tommy, next time you bring Tommy in, will you pair me with him again? I'd like to get.
Sure.
I'd like some revenge. I'd like. It doesn't have to be against Little B and meat sauce, but I just want to.
Come on, let's do it the day before we do the show,
Yeah,
so we can hype it up the whole
Where
time.
you go?
So I can be a
What
part
show?
of it.
That's right.
That'd be great.
We're the 21st out of Bogarts. It's going to be Meat Sauce, Common Man, Larry Mondello Guy, and Tommy Olson at Bogarts on the 21st. One show only. You're welcome to join us tonight. We're doing a show tonight. What's the name of the place again?
ForgottenStar.com.
Yep, ForgottenStarBrewing.com. With your ticket, first beer is free. We gave away a whole bunch of tickets the other day.
What if I pay for my beer
Yeah.
and then leave before you guys go on?
Well, you could do that if you
Okay.
like.
You might need to drink to enjoy the show.
I invited the gals. They're all going to happy hour tonight.
Yeah, we
I invited
are.
you guys to come down to the show,
Yeah,
but you
oh
all
God, you know
turned
what?
it
I already
down.
have plans. I'm drinking somewhere else.
Guys, thanks a bunch. I appreciate
you.
it. Sauce. I'll see you tonight at Forgotten Star. Lil B, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
We'll break. We'll come back. Common Man program here on the Fan.
The ultimate day of heavy metal is coming to Somerset Amphitheater. Don't miss out on Summer of Loud 2025 on July 11th with performances by Parkway Drive, I Prevail, Beartooth, and more. Get the full show and ticket details at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
Couple 13-14 pass Common Man program. Someone sent a text message here towards at the very end of program password today. Thank Meat Sauce for coming in. Very busy man. He brought Louie in too. Louie and Kel Sauce were both.
Why
here,
were people
so
booing him?
yeah, I haven't never understood that. And so it was good to see them come in. It's always good to see Tommy Olson as well. This text message coming in and says, "Wow, listen all the time. First time watching. I thought Common had no hair and Tenna did. Common, for some reason, you look like a professor." And Tenna, you look like John Travolta. Both meant as a compliment. I would say he needs his eyes checked. No. People think that
I've never heard John Travolta.
because I wore a hat forever and I still do occasionally, they think I don't have any hair. And probably I look like a professor because my hair's all flattened right now. Because I was wearing a hat, and I was wearing a stocking cap all of the day because it was a little colder today. But no, I have a full head of hair. One of the few here at the Fan that do.
Yes. Well, PA.
PA's got a full head of hair.
Yeah.
Hockey, does he have a full head of hair?
No, he shaved his.
Oh, that's right. He shaved his. Nordo, how's he doing?
I wouldn't say a full head.
JG, is it thinning or?
You know, he wears hats all the time too, so it's hard. I think it's thinning a little bit though.
And then who else do we got? Cove, is he thinning or?
I think Cove had something. Well, I shouldn't talk about his private.
Yeah,
He's got hair.
he's got hair. Long, beautiful hair. You know the song Hair, don't you? Have you ever heard the song Hair?
No.
But you've never heard the song Hair from the, I just thought you had heard it because it's kind of a novelty song, actually.
Can you sing it again?
I'm really bad at singing the song.
It sounds like you're singing heavy metal.
No, play the beginning of the song and then just take this, just chop it out. It's by the Cowsills. I think it's called Hair. Long, beautiful hair, great long hair, short hair, blah, blah, blah. I bet it's, yeah. See if you can, is it the Cowsills? Do I have it right?
Yeah.
Tell me if you've heard this before. It was from the opera Hair. A rock opera called Hair. No, that ain't it. Is there a commercial first? That's not it. I guess I got it.
Let me see if it's in the system.
Yeah, look in the system. Funky. I could lose about 13, 14 pounds for sure. A couple of extra pounds. I hide it well, suck my gut and wear black. It's a good way. Tennaby, you're not overweight at all. Or would you consider yourself? Because you don't look
I'd like to lose some weight. Well, for me, it's never the actual number of the weight. It's more
Just how you
fat
feel.
versus muscle.
Right, okay, I see. Yeah.
So like for the longest time, I would like PA all the time and go, "Have you lost weight?" I'm like, "No, I'm just my muscles are smaller than they used to be." Back in my 20s, I would actually go exercise and lift
work out,
weights.
sure.
Now I don't, so my arms are smaller.
Did you see PGA Tour right now? Palm Gardens Flow Ride is the Cognizant Classic, and Jake Knapp shot a 59 yesterday. It's like
wow.
I don't know if it's the 15th sub 60 round in PGA Tour history. There was no wind. They overseeded the golf course so that it's easier to play. The fairways are softer, they're wider. And the question now is becoming, here's the headline. It says, well, this isn't the headline, but it talks about, here's what Knapp said. I like this golf course. Yeah, I would too if you shot a 59.
Are you one of those that your opinion of the golf course changes based off of how you perform there? I feel like it has a little bit of an influence
a little bit, but
because you had a positive experience there or a negative experience there.
I will still say most of my favorite golf courses are the more difficult ones. I just think the strategy and the way they're laid out is. But yeah, I mean, I certainly know I will score better playing Prestwick than I will Hazeltine. It's just a fact, And Prestwick's got its challenges, but it's not like Hazeltine. For me, there were several stories about, are the golf courses just becoming just too easy? Like this one was talking about how easy the golf course was. And a couple of, here's what's funny though. They quoted a couple of golfers. One shot a 65 and the other shot the 63. And the guy that shot the 63, he said, yeah, I thought my 63 was going to stand, but I guess the course is pretty easy. Of course, when he shot his 63, he wasn't going to call the course easy. But then when the guy shoots 59, he wants to call it easy. I just found that interesting. But that goes back to the whole thing is, and I've got some fraudulence in me. Though I wouldn't call it fraud. There was a time I did not watch any golf other than the majors. It's just been the last 2 years. I've spent a bit more time in the January, February, March. If I'm at home doing stuff around the house, I'll click it on and I'll watch a little bit more golf than I used to. But that's the reason I always shied away from watching many PGA Tour events was because these guys were shooting such low numbers on these less difficult courses that to watch them bomb it 300 yards, 310, 290, whatever, and then hit a pitching wedge into a green. I mean, these guys are so, well, of course they're going to hit most fairways. And even if they just keep it in the rough from pitching wedge range, by the way, their pitching wedge range is like 180, and so they're going to just throw it close all the time. And then it just becomes a putting contest. And if I want to watch that, I can go to a Golf Mountain or Lily Putt. But 59 is obviously, it's a 15 times been done. And you know what, Tenneby, no matter how easy the course is, it's still an accomplishment to shoot a 59. We'll take our final break. We love the final segment of the week. It's on a FedEx Friday or a Fed Up Friday. We call it the Victory Formation segment. That's next here on The Fan. Yeah, I forgot the giveaway. Hey, it's a couple 13-14 past. I think we should do that giveaway, Tenneby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell people about it?
I sure can. Lakefront Music Fest is back and bigger than ever. Don't miss out on Rock Night.
Rock Night.
Friday, July 11th. Headlined by Foreigner.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away.
With support from 38 Special.
So what, we get drunk. So what, we smoke weed. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees.
And Loverboy.
I'm going to pop some tags. I got $20 in my pocket.
Tickets are on sale now, but are going fast. But we got your tickets right here. Be caller 11 to win a pair of tickets for Rock Night.
Rock Night.
Call now. I really want to go listen to 38 Special after hearing that.
Well, yeah.
That sounds good.
That's my favorite 38 Special song is I'm going to pop some tags. We call that Thrift Shop is the name of the song. Thrift Shop. It's one of my favorites that they do. So Tenneby will answer the phones while I try to tap dance here. I guess the topic I want to bring up now is Brett Blakemore in for Justin Guard today. Justin Guard is with the Minnesota Golden Gold. I think the ladies are on the fan tonight, if I'm not mistaken. We have so many different sports properties. We have the Vikings, the Wild. Now the Wolves appear occasionally, but there's like a pecking order. Vikings, that's just the way it is. Vikings, they take top priority over anything. If there's a Vikings Sunday game, doesn't matter who's playing, amongst our broadcast partners, the Wild or the Vikings are number one. But anyways, I think tonight, because there aren't any conflicts, I think because we do go for basketball as well, I think the gals are on. Am I right? Do you know? Are the ladies team? Oh, the Wild tonight. Because I know Abbott told me that there's sometime this week that, or maybe it already happened, that the girls, maybe it was 2 nights ago, or they were on the air here, so we like that. But he's with the Minnesota Golden Gopher women's basketball team. So Brett Blakemore is in, and Brett's comfortable hitting it farther and straighter, and he's been working on his game. We golf a lot together. He's one of the top 10 golfers in the Commonwealth. He's cracked the top 10 rankings. Of course, I only play with 7 guys, so it's easy to get into the top 10. But he came in here and said he's got his wedges dialed in, and everything's just going great. And I just love it because, and I'm not even suggesting it's not, but it's that. I don't want to say he's naive, but it's that excitement where when you're in a dome or you got TrackMan technology, you're at what's the word I'm looking for? Why am I so bad? When you go to the simulator, if you're at a simulator, it's not quite the same. It's close, but it's not quite the same as getting out on the golf course. And when you're sitting there and you're hitting your wedges, practicing, you got one wedge after another, and after another, you dial it in. Then when you get out to that first round of the year, let's say he and I go out, I'll say, Prestwick, 350, are you in? And he'll say yes, and then we'll meet there. And then, he'll rip it up the middle. He'll push it right, he'll slice it out of bounds on one, re-tee, give him a breakfast ball, even though it's actually, I would say it's a early dinner ball. Hit it in the middle, let's say just missed the green, and then you're standing over that first wedge and you're going, well, I only have one chance at it here, so I better make it right. So that can make a difference. But he's excited about his game. I think we all are. There are a number of golf courses open right now, too. I know that Shadowbrook is open. Montgomery National is open. I think the Refuge opened up. Pioneer Creek is open. Tommy told me, and again, this is Tommy. He told me Stone Ridge was open, that they were taking tee times yesterday. Now, I can't say absolutely positively. I know that Oak Marsh is going to open next Thursday. So golf courses are starting to open up all around the Twin Cities, which is a nice early start, so people will get their opportunity to do that. We started the show today. I don't know if we started. Maybe it was the second segment. We talked about a little bit about the Minnesota Timberwolves and their game last night. They lost to the Lakers. And, I'm not paying as close attention to the NBA or LA Laker basketball as I used to, and as much as I paid attention to LeBron. But the energy that he had last night, I watched the first half of the game. And the energy that he had, his numbers in the first half were terrific. I think he was 5 of 6. He had half a dozen rebounds or close to that, had a handful of assists. It's just when you're J.J. Redick, I think, is the coach. And I think it's really nice when you have two premier players. I mean, LeBron is going to go down as one of the greatest players of all time. We know that. There are some people that might think he is the very best. Most people say it's Jordan. I would tend to agree with that, though I think LeBron, you could make an argument for LeBron. He's 40 or 41 years old. But when you've got Doncic and LeBron like that, like they both started the game, but then you can pull Doncic off the court and give him a breather, and then you're not losing that. I mean, you're losing a lot, but I mean, you still got LeBron out there. Then you can put Doncic back in and take LeBron out, and they did that in the first half, and then you play them both together. And LeBron just looks, and maybe he's like this all the time, and I've just missed it because I don't watch. He seems energized out there. He's playing like he's 20 years younger than he is. He was up and down the court last night, playing very well. That team is is, I'm not ready to predict them to win the NBA championship, but I think they got a chance to make a run. I really do. And then again, I think Golden State won again last night. Did you see what Steph did?
Yeah.
Was it 54, something crazy like
10
that?
threes.
Yeah, and 10 threes. And he seems to be a bit re-energized because he's got buckets on his club, too. And I know a lot of people downplayed the buckets effect. I think most people, especially in this town, don't like Jimmy Butler. They don't like him. They don't even want to give him any type of court credit at all. It's all, he's terrible in the locker room. Look what he did to his club. He's a cancer. And you can say all that. I know he can be a malcontent and a gadfly, but he can still play basketball.
He can play basketball.
He can play basketball. Defensively, he's still one of the better defensive players in the game, and he can still score the ball. So, you can say what you want about him, but it sure looks like Draymond and Steph are enjoying what they've got there, and that team has been on a roll. And those two, the Golden State and the Lakers look like they're both going to be right there at the very end. Also,
the Warriors all of a sudden have leapfrogged the Wolves in the standings.
Yes,
They've won
correct.
5 in a row.
And Rosen and I have a bet on that. No, our bet is just who makes a deeper run in the playoffs. I've got Golden State.
I tried to get him on the Warriors and Wolves, and then I'm like, well, I just don't want to bet on the NBA.
I'm told the Ponds in St. Francis is open. Timber Creek in Watertown is open.
Wow. It's the most wonderful time.
I don't think there'll be any golf tomorrow, though. It's 32 for a high. I think most courses will be closed.
I wouldn't want to go play in that wind today.
Yeah, 32, but it looks as though that the weather's taking a turn for the better. Chip Scoggins, we text and talk more than most people. Now, I asked you if you read his piece today on high school hockey, Tennessee. I texted him after reading it, and I said, you did it again. It was really well done. And it was about Bloomington Jefferson and Bloomington Kennedy played there. I didn't realize, I know that a lot of programs are disappearing and there's a lot of schools that are consolidating their programs, particularly in hockey, for a number of different reasons, expense, plus just the change in demographics. There are more people that of color that have moved into Minnesota that don't play hockey. So, your soccers and other games are growing by leaps and bounds. But he did a nice job. It's Kennedy and Jefferson played their very last game against each other, two crosstown rivals, and now they're going to merge together.
Yep.
And Chip did a great job writing. I'm not even I only cry or tear up generally during animated movies for kids. I don't know why, they just hit me in a way that I can't get over. He had quotes from the kids and the coaches and the community. It is an era is over and they're doing it elsewhere. I didn't even realize, is it South St. Paul is now consolidated with
St. Paul Johnson and Highland Park. So St. Paul Johnson, which is obviously a historic high school hockey program.
Correct.
Going to co-op with Highland.
And who co-opted with New Life Academy? I thought that was another St. Paul.
That was South St. Paul.
South St. Paul.
Yeah.
They co-opt. And so, and as for there's not as many people interested in hockey. The other point that he makes.
I don't even know if it's the not as many people interested in hockey. I think it's.
Well, it's the changing demographics. For sure, it's the changing demographics.
Yes.
Maybe more
I think a lot of it, though, is the migration of community hockey, right, which is the foundation for Minnesota hockey and why it's been so successful. We've reached an era now where, these kids aren't just playing community hockey when they're younger now. They're playing AAA. They're playing all these other different leagues where they're not even playing and represent a community, like Minnesota Made. And now it's, a lot of these programs that are middle of the road or struggling, all their top players leave to find elsewhere because they can, right? They go to private high schools. They can open enroll to other public high schools. So it's just everyone's So even your programs that have less players to begin with, they're now losing their top guys, and they're losing numbers because people are going elsewhere.
Right.
And that makes it very challenging for a lot of the bottom half programs, especially in the metro area, but in the state in general.
They mentioned expense, and there is an expense to it, obviously. Equipment and ice time and all that. And I brought up, I think a lot of people are under the impression that it costs a ton of money to play hockey, but not any of the other sports. I had a basketball kid. Trust me, it's a lot of money, especially when they get to the AAU level. And if they're playing on an AAU team that likes to travel a lot, my boy played for Sizzle, Atlanta, Indianapolis, Dallas, Las Vegas, Denver. I mean, all in 1 year. That's
more than I'm paying for hockey.
That's round trip air.
Yeah.
That's hotel splitting with one other teammate, and then rental cars, food. Hockey doesn't have the market cornered on an expensive sport.
No.
Trust me, I bet baseball's probably the same. Look at Alyssa Milano.
Yes.
I mean, she's worth $10 million, the actress, and she's had to
always love that one.
Put a GoFundMe page together to try to collect $10,000 so her son's team can go to Cooperstown. The other thing that was brought up in there, and it is true, what I think makes hockey even more difficult to attract players is you have to have the skill of skating. The other ones, like soccer, you just have to be able to walk and run and kick a ball, right? Baseball, swing a bat. Hockey, you've got to learn how to skate first before you can
just pick
play.
it up.
Yeah, you just can't pick it up. And so it's like, for instance,
you got to get them young.
For instance, I've told you this before. Had I learned to skate, I might have been a Brimsic candidate back when I was in school. But I never learned to skate. I was a great boot hockey goaltender, but I never learned to skate. And if you can't skate, you can't play hockey. So, but
that's always existed, right? So it's not.
But they played their last game. Tennessee.
It's sad to see, all the Minneapolis schools. When I was playing, we're talking 27, 28 years ago, there was a Minneapolis Southwest and a Minneapolis South and a Henry and an Edison. Now they're all under one. It's just Minneapolis, right? A big city like Minneapolis just has one hockey team, and St. Paul's now going in the same direction. Even for youth association, St. Paul's, it's all encompassing. I was a part of from a coaching standpoint, the Armstrong-Cooper merger. Richfield, I don't even know if Richfield has a team anymore, or I couldn't tell you where they're playing. A lot of these, obviously, your two big cities, and a lot of the inner ring suburbs, a lot of it is people living there that have aged out of it and aren't necessarily having kids again, or and the cost of it and the changing demographics. But I also do think because I think we're seeing this at all the sports now, right? The specialization in sports.
Correct.
And you're now playing year-round hockey, and you're not just playing, you're playing for your community probably during the winter, but you're playing with guys in the community next to you in the spring and the summer and the fall. And you think you've got a shot you want to be on a winning team, and the community you're now playing in isn't a winning team. So if you're a good player, you're going to go find somewhere else to go instead of sticking with your program. And I frankly, I don't know how we get out of the cycle, other than making it one would be making it as affordable as possible.
Right.
But I still think just the dream of having a Division I scholarship and having your kid play in the NHL someday, that a lot of parents seem to, that's their priority now with their kids playing youth hockey, as opposed to just having fun and playing with your friends and learning life lessons. We've now changed, a lot of parents have changed the way they view youth sports. Yeah. Everyone's going to go for greener pastures now. And it's easier for them to make friends because they probably already have friends at the place they're going because they've already played with them before, or follow them on social media, and our friends are Instagram friends. So.
Well, and as I mentioned about the demographic shifts, is that cannot be discounted. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why. Because if you look at a chart, the Minnesota Department of Education, this was in the story back in 19. You look at the percentage of students who identify as people of color. And now it's some schools have flipped from 25% to 75%. There's that much of a switch. And that's not to say people of color don't play hockey or can't play hockey, but they bring other sports that they grew up with or that they're more familiar with, and that would be like soccer and some of those others like that. That's a big reason why when you look at this, I mean, it says right here, like many other schools, Kennedy's student population has undergone a massive transformation as immigrants from around the globe settled in the Twin Cities during the last quarter century. Kennedy's enrollment was 25% students of color in 2000. That figure has flipped 76% from last year. So from 25 to 76, Hispanics, Latino, they account for the largest population. They can play hockey. A lot of them haven't been introduced to hockey, so they don't play hockey. So that's a part of it as well. So it's a lot of different things. And like you say, the specialization, though the specialization, I can make an argument both ways. I did love the days back in the olden days back in my day when I was in school, most kids played 3 sports at least, right? In the fall, you generally played football. In the winter, it was hockey or basketball. And in the spring, most people played baseball. Most of the guys that I grew up with. Those were your sports you played, right? But now, especially if, like you say, you think your goal is to get a scholarship or you want to play college hockey, if you play 3 sports, unless you're that exceptional big man on campus athlete, it's going to be pretty hard for you to say, I'm going to play Division I hockey, but I'm going to play football in the fall, hockey in the winter, and then baseball in the spring, and then I don't know what I'll do in the summer. It's unless you're brilliant, that's just going to be hard because the other guys are playing it year round. Just by default, they're going to be better. Would you agree?
Well, yeah. I in youth hockey as we speak, I see, I think I have a different philosophy than a lot of other parents when it comes to youth hockey. I want my kids taking a break from hockey.
Correct.
So that then when hockey season comes back, I want them wanting to play and having a passion for it and not being just kind of bored with it because I think that'll stunt their development eventually. I want them playing multiple sports. All right. My kids are playing baseball. They're playing soccer. And in the short term, it's probably not as good for them.
Right.
And I guess we'll see. I don't know if anyone has an exact science on what the proper way to do it. There have been plenty of specialized hockey players that are very, very good hockey players eventually.
Because my boy didn't, baby brother Peter didn't want to play soccer anymore. He said, I want to play basketball, and I want to play basketball and only basketball. Yeah. It worked well for him. I mean, he was a varsity high school player, but that's what he wanted to do. So good for him. Larry Mondello guy is calling. Hello? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Yeah, what do you got?
Well, I kind of got an interesting story. You kind of like these kind of stories. Do you know how every year the Minnesota Department of Transportation, they'd have this contest to name the snowplow?
Yes.
Have you heard about those?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this past year they did it, and 2 big winners were, one was called We're Off to See the Blizzard.
Okay.
Kind of play on Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Then the other one was Notorious B.I.G.
I like that one.
And, but here's the thing, we had like so little snow this year.
Right.
That Notorious B.I.G. didn't really have to do any work at all. So they're going to rename it Mark Snowsen.
It's material like that you can hear tonight.
Oh, that will be said. That will be said.
That's good. I like that. That's your first new material in about 4.5 years. So you get that, which puts you 4.5 years ahead of Meat Sauce and I. We both.
I got a whole bunch of.
I do too, yeah. And Meat Sauce does with his new dad stuff. So it'll be very good. I'll see you tonight, my friend.
You got Forgotten
more.
Star, right?
Yeah, it's Forgotten.
Oh, I was just going to ask you. Do you know where that name came from, or why it's Forgotten Star?
No. Can you tell me why it's Forgotten Star?
Oh no, I was trying.
Oh, you want me to deliver a line? Well, I was going to have you deliver a line. I thought you were going to do it.
Oh, well,
that's because what Meat Sauce is. That's what Meat Sauce is going to be in 2 years. I'll see you tonight.
Yeah, that's what I like.
It's Larry Mondello guy. He'll MC tonight. It'll be Meat Sauce, and I were at Forgotten Star Brewing Brewery. You just go for ForgottenStarBrewing.com and get your tickets there.
Good night, until we meet again.
What else you got? Like your weekend? Got anything going?
Just finishing up the hockey season, and that's about it.
What about tonight?
We got a hockey game tonight. Unfortunately, we can't make
What
it.
time is the game?
It's 5:40.
Be done about what?
6:40.
Yeah. Got plenty of time to get over it. It's kind of in your neck of the woods. You're near Fridley.
What time's it at?
Yeah, I figured you'd say so. We'll see you tomorrow at, or thanks for having me, by the way.
Hey, great job.
Yeah, you too. We'll talk to you tomorrow at Monday at 12 noon. Stick around. Big Ticket and JG. They're next right here on The Fan.
Adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. Good night.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Minnesota!
And good night, folks. And good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are.
I'm a fraud.
Yes.
Listen back to any of Common Man's programs by podcasting on the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.